Airports are far more than mere transportation hubs. They are complex psychological landscapes, meticulously engineered to control human behavior through sophisticated design strategies. These environments represent a remarkable intersection of architecture, neuroscience, and behavioral psychology, where every spatial detail is calculated to produce specific emotional and cognitive responses from passengers. The architectural layout of airports is deliberately designed to create controlled disorientation. Wide corridors generate a sense of expansiveness while simultaneously channeling human movement through precise pathways. Designers understand that passengers experience heightened stress during travel, so they craft environments that subtly reduce anxiety through strategic spatial configurations and intuitive navigational cues. Lighting plays a profound psychological role in airport design. Illumination is carefully modulated to influence mood, alertness, and emotional states. Bright, consistent lighting reduces perceived stress and creates a sense of safety, while color temperatures are scientifically selected to maintain passenger composure. These environmental manipulations occur beneath conscious awareness, guiding travelers' psychological experiences without explicit recognition. Commercial spaces within airports represent masterful examples of behavioral engineering. Retail zones and duty-free areas are strategically positioned to maximize potential consumer interactions. Wider walkways near shopping areas, carefully arranged seating, and controlled pedestrian flow ensure maximum exposure to commercial opportunities. Passengers are subtly guided toward potential purchases through sophisticated spatial choreography. Acoustic environments are meticulously engineered to create unique psychological experiences. Background noise levels are precisely controlled to reduce stress, while maintaining enough ambient sound to prevent feelings of isolation. The sonic landscape is designed to feel simultaneously public and personal, creating a nuanced psychological buffer zone that helps travelers maintain emotional equilibrium during potentially challenging transit experiences. Wayfinding becomes an intricate psychological navigation system. Airports employ sophisticated color coding, consistent typography, and intuitive symbolic language to help passengers move effortlessly. The fundamental goal is cognitive simplification, reducing mental load by making navigation feel natural and instinctive, while secretly directing movement with remarkable precision. Security zones represent the most complex psychological design challenge within airport environments. These spaces are engineered to balance safety perception with minimal emotional friction. Queuing systems, uniform designs, and spatial configurations are calculated to transform potentially invasive processes into routine, manageable experiences. Passengers are psychologically guided through potentially stressful interactions with minimal perceived resistance. Architectural proportions, including ceiling heights and spatial relationships, are scientifically determined to influence psychological states. Higher ceilings create sensations of freedom and possibility, while more compressed spaces can induce feelings of urgency or focused concentration. These subtle architectural choices profoundly impact travelers' emotional experiences without explicit awareness. Environmental comfort factors like temperature and air circulation are precisely calibrated to maintain consistent psychological stability. Airports aim to create neutral thermal experiences that neither feel too warm nor too cold, helping passengers maintain emotional composure during potentially stressful travel transitions. These environmental considerations represent another layer of sophisticated behavioral management. Ultimately, airports function as massive behavioral laboratories where human psychology is continuously studied and manipulated. Every spatial element serves a carefully considered purpose, transforming these transit environments into intricate systems designed to control movement, reduce stress, maximize commercial interactions, and create a sense of controlled predictability. Passengers are unwitting participants in an elaborate psychological experiment choreographed through architectural design. You're standing in line at the airport security checkpoint, your carry-on bag balanced precariously, shoes untied, laptop half emerging from its case. But have you ever wondered if this entire environment is meticulously designed to control your every move? Welcome to the psychological labyrinth of modern airport spaces, so cunningly engineered that they're manipulating your behavior without you even realizing it. Airports are not just transit hubs. They're complex psychological machines constructed with extraordinary precision to guide, manage, and subtly influence human behavior. Every architectural choice, from floor tiles to ceiling height, is a calculated strategy designed to control passenger movement, reduce anxiety, and maximize commercial interactions. Let's start with the most fundamental psychological trick: spatial design. Airport architects understand that human beings are fundamentally uncomfortable in transitional spaces. We're creatures who feel most secure in defined environments, and airports deliberately challenge that instinct. The wide, seemingly endless corridors are intentionally designed to create a sense of controlled disorientation. By making spaces feel simultaneously expansive and slightly confusing, passengers become more compliant and less likely to resist directional guidance. Consider the flooring, for instance. Most airport floors aren't randomly chosen. Designers use specific materials and patterns to unconsciously direct foot traffic. Subtle changes in tile texture, color, and alignment subconsciously signal where to walk, where to pause, and where to queue. These aren't accidents, they're carefully planned psychological nudges that most travelers never consciously perceive. Color psychology plays a massive role in airport design. Cool blues and neutral tones are strategically employed to reduce stress and create a sense of calm. Warmer colors near shopping areas subtly stimulate spending impulses. Even lighting is calculated. Softer, diffused illumination near seating areas encourages relaxation, while brighter lights near commercial zones increase alertness and consumer engagement. The placement of commercial spaces is another masterclass in behavioral manipulation. Duty-free shops and retail zones are never randomly distributed. They're meticulously positioned to create unavoidable interaction. By forcing passengers through carefully constructed pathways that inevitably intersect with retail spaces, airports transform transit into a controlled shopping experience. You're not just moving through space, you're being gently herded toward commercial opportunities. Airport wayfinding is another fascinating psychological strategy. Signage isn't just informative. It's designed to reduce cognitive load and minimize traveler anxiety. Color-coded systems, intuitive symbol languages, and strategically placed directional cues create a sense of control and predictability. By making navigation feel effortless, airports transform potentially stressful environments into seemingly manageable spaces. Consider security checkpoints, perhaps the most psychologically complex zone in modern airports. These spaces are engineered to balance safety with psychological comfort. The open layout, visible procedures, and standardized processes are designed to make invasive security measures feel routine and acceptable. By creating a sense of collective compliance, airports transform potentially confrontational experiences into normalized social interactions. Even seating arrangements are psychological tools. Seats are rarely randomly placed. They're positioned to create micro-communities, encourage social interaction, and manage crowd flow. Some areas subtly discourage extended sitting, while others invite relaxation. Armrest designs, seat spacing, and material choices all contribute to controlling passenger behavior and emotional states. Acoustic engineering is another hidden psychological lever. Background noise levels are carefully calibrated to mask potential sources of anxiety. Soft, ambient sounds reduce stress, while strategic sound barriers minimize disruptive noises. Some airports even use specific musical frequencies designed to promote calmness and reduce perceived waiting times. Commercial spaces exploit sophisticated psychological principles. Retail layouts are designed using principles of friction and flow, creating pathways that maximize potential purchase opportunities. Product placement, lighting, and even temperature are scientifically calculated to enhance consumer receptivity. You're not just shopping, you're navigating a meticulously designed psychological marketplace. The most remarkable aspect of airport psychology is its invisibility. These manipulations work precisely because they operate below conscious awareness. Travelers experience these environments as seemingly neutral spaces, never realizing the complex behavioral engineering happening around them. As you move through your next airport, pause and observe. Look at the floors, the signs, the seating arrangements. Notice how subtly you're being guided, how your emotions are being managed. These aren't just buildings, they're sophisticated psychological machines designed to transform potentially chaotic human movement into smooth, predictable systems. Airports represent the pinnacle of environmental psychology spaces where human behavior is simultaneously respected and strategically managed. They remind us that design is never neutral. It's always a conversation between space and human experience. Next time you travel, remember, you're not just passing through an airport. You're participating in an intricate,